it may be prudent to separate work and leisure spaces to maximize productivity. Treat this space as your home, but never forget that it is not.
What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome you back to more Let's Play Subnautica. In the last episode, we finally traveled to the Aurora, and we actually took care of basically everything I wanted to take care of in there. Get away from my sea moth and my base. I'm getting sick of you. The stalker won't stop coming back here. I built a couple of multi-purpose rooms because we are going to be expanding the size of our base a little bit further. Now, these are just kind of big open areas that we can make some use of, and we're going to make this a little bit more homely before we go any further. So really quickly, what I'm going to do is... Actually, I'm going to go grab some quartz because I would like to actually make some windows, but I also need to reinforce this thing a little bit. So let's grab... Yeah, that's probably good. And then we're going to get some lithium as well, which I think 4 reinforcements should be enough for us for pretty much the rest of forever. Grab a little bit more titanium that we're now starting to get low on, and I'm going to fabricate a little bit of glass. Yeah, I think 4... Well, I'm probably just going to end up doing 2 windows, actually. No. Well, let me have a look at it real quick before I pass any judgments. But I've re-equipped my rebreather, got my habitat builder, all sorts of stuff. We're going to do a myriad of things in this episode. So let's get a couple of windows here. I'm not going to go too crazy on that because now we're down to 4.5, which is a little bit low. But if I head out here, I'm going to also equip a couple of reinforcements, if I can do that. Or apparently I did, or didn't. I don't actually know. I thought I did, but hold on. Do I not have... Can I not? Oh, I apparently... Okay. I don't know why it attached to that side of the thing. That's really strange, but we'll put a couple... Come on, right there. Thank you. That's where I want it. Do I not have enough titanium? I don't. I thought I needed 2 titanium per reinforcement, and I guess I was mistaken about that. That's okay. Get a little bit more of that. I'm going to have to go around and get more metal salvage. We're going to need to do that anyways because I actually need to show you guys how to get... enameled glass, because we're going to need that when we start to work on constructing our prawn suit. And enameled glass, you're going to actually need metal salvage to get that. It's a little bit complicated, but it'll make sense later. Let's add a window there, and then we'll add another one here on this side. We got to let some light in, you know, make it all feel a little bit more homely. And then let me see, I have 4. Okay, well, I think I'll add 1 more reinforcement then. Just 1. We'll put it on I like to kind of keep a little bit of symmetry going with the way my bases are constructed. So let's put it on this side, if possible. Can I? Okay, I guess I'll do it here then. Worry about the other side later. Okay. Hull strength is 23.5. That ain't going anywhere. I'm going to have to put on a lot of add-ons before that starts to go down. Okay, so the next thing I want to work on here really quickly is... Where is it? This, a bioreactor. We need titanium, wiring kit, and lubricant. Now, I do not have the silver for this, so I'm going to be holding off for a little bit. Let me actually dump my little bit of lithium off in my locker, and also as well as my 1 piece of titanium. And we're going to be getting a move on and making our way back to some of the other areas we've already been to in this episode, because I said in the last episode we're going to be exploring some bases. But before I do that... or not bases, excuse me, wreckage sites. Before I do that, though, let's access our upgrades, and we're going to actually put in a couple of modules. We got the Seed Moth Depth Module Mark 1. This, I just dropped. This, excuse me. No, don't get in it. Oh, it's so hard maneuvering around these sometimes. This, if I can equip it, now adds our crush depth to 300 meters, but once we get a vehicle upgrade console, which we will once we are able to build ourselves a moon pool, we will be able to upgrade the Seamoth depth module even further. Is that correct? No, actually, sorry, this is upgraded to the modification station. I have them backwards. Once we get the modification station, we'll be able to do that, which we should be able to get in this episode once we head back to the wreck in the Sparse Reef. So we also got a storage module on here, which means that we are allowed to actually put some items into our Seamoth. You can see we have a little 4x4 storage space here on the side now. Now, where the storage module goes on your Seamoth is dependent on which slot you put it in. So these bottom 2 slots will put it on the fins of the Seamoth, while the top 2 slots will put it on, well, the top of the Seamoth, which I think makes a whole lot of sense. Now, before we leave, let's listen to this next radio broadcast, and then we'll head out.
High priority automated message from Aurora Live Pod 13 coordinates attached. Live Pod is carrying high priority passenger.
Yoki Kasa. I said Kasa. Why do I have to record this anyway?
Send immediate burial detail.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
So it looks like the Mongolian representative didn't make it too long because they're very dead. They're very dead. Okay, we don't have a whole lot of time with this power cell, so we're just going to have to kind of make do. But we're going to head to the Sparse Reef, I think, first. Now, I'm actually going to reactivate that just so that we know where we're going. But since we can go down to 300 meters now, this should be a little bit more easy because I do want that modification station, and I want it badly because I want to be able to upgrade my O2 tank. 135 seconds seems kind of nice from the start of the game, but it is really not nice enough for what you're going to be dealing with later. So let's go back there, and with our laser cutters in tow, we should be fine. You know, actually, I should probably explore this one first, shouldn't I? Yeah, because this one also, I need a laser cutter to get all the way through. So let's park this here, and let's pull that out, and then we'll head down that way. No sense in going right past this. Oh, hello there, Sand Shark. Please don't attack me while I do this. Is he attacking me? He might be. I'm just going to keep cutting. Come on. Let's hurry and open this up. I fear no sand sharks. They do not scare me, for as wild and crazy as they may be. I can just stoically and calmly cut my way through. There might not even be anything all that good in here, but we're still going to see. Oh, there's another one I have to cut through. Okay. Good thing I brought some extra batteries with. And I think I have some extra water, too. I don't think I have extra food, though, but that's okay, because my food is all full right now. Might need to have another drink here in a minute. But if not, we should be fine. Okay, let's see. So, we got a scanner. Propulsion cannon fragments. Battery charger fragments. Definitely need that. Have to make ourselves a battery charger once we get back. Laser cutter Really? Really? Really, Unknown Worlds? Are you kidding me? Don't worry, guys. We left a laser cutter fragment behind this laser door. Laser cut door. What the heck? That's so dumb. Okay, we got a lightweight high-capacity tank, which actually allows us to swim a little bit faster. But it is going to be immediately usurped by the ultra-high-capacity tank as soon as we're able to get it. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. Okay, we are actually getting into a situation where we might be in a little bit of trouble. We got more battery charger fragments. Propulsion cannon. I don't really think there's anything of use in here. And nothing in these. So let's head back on out to our Seamoth and continue on. So if we needed propulsion cannon fragments, I guess that would be the place to get them. Mobile vehicle bay fragments and things like that, but nothing really else of any note. That is one of the earliest wreckages you'll come across anyway, so it's not like I was expecting there to be anything super great in there. There's a couple of salt deposits here. Good to know. Might need to use those later. Because once we get the prawn suit, things are going to get really crazy up in here. We're going to have the whole entire world opened up to us pretty quickly at that point. So let's dive further down. And remember, we can go a little bit deeper now, which is awesome. Although we are starting to get to the halfway point on our power cell, which is okay. I think I should have a moon pool built here relatively soon. Okay, this is all I wanted, was to be able to get down to this wreckage. We can't go all the way down in here because the Sparse Reef is a little bit deeper than 300 meters. But let's hit on, where was the entrance to this thing again? Is it on this side? It's on this side, okay. So let's go in here. Laser cutter. Oh, it's this door right here. So hopefully this has the last piece of the modification station behind it. If not, I might be in a little bit of trouble. We'll see. Maybe just a teeny tiny bit. But we'll also head back to the Mushroom Forest and check out that wreckage later as well. Okay. Have a look inside. Yep, that's what I was hoping for. Thank goodness. Now we'll be able to craft that thing. Awesome. We also got a data box, which contains a reinforced dive suit. Also something we're definitely going to want to make. And I think I already have the power cell charger, but let me just check before I make that assumption. 'Cause, man, we got a lot of things in here. Where are you? Yep, we do have the power cell charger, so we should be fine. Okay. So that is all done. I think we don't need to come back here for anything. So the Sparse Reef, we can just kind of write off and say, we're good. We're good. At least for the time being. Let's head back. We're going to head on towards the Mushroom Forest. Now, I am going the wrong way. It's this way. Silly me. And we're going to make our way on over towards... Actually, there's a few ones we can go to. We got the Degasi habitat over there, which... You know, maybe we should do that since it is kind of... I guess, well, no, it's not technically on the way. Let me see. What do I have as far as water is concerned? Okay, I'll drink one, and then we'll save the other one. But let's head on over to the Degasi habitat. I think that's probably a good idea. This is going to take us down into the caves that I showed you guys earlier beneath the grassy plateau. It is known as the Jellyshroom Caves, and it is its own unique biome, but there's actually some pretty interesting stuff we can get down there, including material that we have not yet found at this point in the game. Although you don't need a ton of that material, it is still nice to go after. But there is also a lot of shell deposits down there, as well as one particular creature that, yes, will harm you, so you do have to be aware of that. Let's head on over this way, and ow! That's another thing I have to be careful of, is taking that kind of damage. I'm going to have to gather up some metal salvage again here soon, and... Ooh, there's actually a bunch right there. If we can grab that... And you know what? Actually, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to grab 4 of these. We're going to store these in my storage locker on my sea moth. And if we can find a group of stalkers, we can actually make this work now, which would be awesome. So let's take that. Because, yeah, 4 is all that the storage locker is going to be able to fit. Let's see. Can I find a bunch of them? Kind of all hanging around. Maybe not. I don't know. So I don't want to take up too much of my inventory space, but this would be very useful. Let's head on over here to this kelp forest real quick and see if we can find a bunch of them. Because we do need them to make this work. Okay, there's one right there. What's up, dude? Here, I'm going to... Are your friends... Do your friends happen to be around here? Okay, yep, there are. There's a couple of stalkers. Oh, he just grabbed one. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is promising. Okay, I'm going to drop all this metal salvage. All of it. And I want you guys to get to work on it. So I'm going to hang out by this for a moment. See if we can lead some stalkers over here, maybe, possibly. Hello? Hi there. There you go. Grab it. Yes, it did it. Oh my gosh, it did it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. That right here. This is a stalker tooth, and you need this thing right here because that is necessary for crafting enameled glass. Enameled glass is also necessary for the prawn suit, as well as actually quite a few other high-end things in the game. So make sure that you grab a stalker tooth whenever possible. There is a way of getting it a little bit more easily that we'll get into later. But for right now, if you find some stalkers, just drop some metal salvage next to them, and they will be happy to oblige most of the time. So, and I don't even care that he took the metal salvage. He usually drops it somewhere not that far away anyway. So it's not a huge deal, but where did they all go? There was like 3 of them, and now I don't see any of them. There we go. Okay, he's already grabbing something. But when you hear that little crunch, that's how you know that they've dropped them a stalker tooth, excuse me. Let's see. Just kind of stay around the metal salvage and let them go after it. Problem is that stalkers can't produce these teeth super often. Like, they'll only drop 1, and then that same stalker won't give you another tooth for a very extended period of time. So that's why you kind of want to run into groups. Okay, he's carrying another one around, but I didn't hear any sort of noise. This is probably like one of their nests, because they'll usually take the metal salvage to the same spot. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I don't have my sea glide at the ready, so I'm just going to have to swim it manually. Almost forgot about that. Yep, carelessness is always going to be your downfall in situations like this. Okay. Go after... Hey guys. One of you definitely did not give me a tooth. There it is. Okay, that's what I wanted. Perfect. Okay, I'm not going to complain about that. Please come after me, but take the salvage instead. Or just chase me. Fine. I don't even care. I'm not mad. Come here. Come on, I know you can do it. I think 2 teeth might be fine for the time being. I think I'm going to grab the rest of this for the sake of titanium later. And let's swim back on over towards our sea moth and hop back in, and then we'll head back towards that Degasi habitat we were going towards. So all we're going to do is we don't actually want to go directly towards the marker, but we want to go somewhat near it. And once we get over the grassy plateaus, you'll know you're in the right area. So look around, and you will see an opening in the ground, and you're just going to want to kind of go down that. Like so. Just be very careful, because it's very easy to bump and damage your sea moth on the way down. Now, the Jellyshroom Caves are cool. They're super cool looking. They're very pretty. The only problem is that living in each of these shrooms are these critters known as crab snakes. And crab snakes are mean, and they hurt, and they will grab you, and they will attack you, and you need to be mindful of them. So don't get too close to the mushrooms if you can handle it. Just kind of give them a wide berth while you grab the stuff that's down here. There's all sorts of things to be gotten. So let's get that. We can also scan this violet bow, and then we're going to head on in here. And there's also
a microcosm of unique, possibly predatory life forms. Detecting an artificial structure somewhere in the region.
Okay, well, we already found the artificial structure, so that's not difficult. It's right here. We're literally at it. Now, watch out for these two. These are drooping stingers, and they won't outright kill you instantly, but they will knock your health down very quickly. Now, the good thing about these stingers is that taking damage from them will actually allow you to regain health shortly after the fact. Just make sure you don't run into them again. It's a little bit complicated, and I kind of don't want to demonstrate what I'm talking about. Just give them as wide a berth as you possibly can when moving around. We got a water filtration machine, which that is going to be huge, and we're going to worry about that a little bit later. I do want to make sure, though, that I have a bioreactor before we even bother trying to craft something like that. Okay. Got a data box, and in here we have something that I apparently already had, because that just straight up gave me titanium. Okay, well, that's fine. Got wall planters. Just watch out for the drooping stingers, and I am getting actually a little low on health. So I'm going to actually head back to the start again, and we're going to go back in our sea moth and regain O2 just for a minute. Then I will head back in there. And actually, do I still have the metal salvage on me? I do. Okay. Well, I'm going to put that in my storage real quick. Just kind of fill that up with titanium. There we go. So now we should be good to grab whatever else we need in here. Okay. So I love the music in here. I love the music in this game in general. It's so freaking good. Adding to the atmosphere. You have to play this game with headphones on. If you don't, you're seriously missing out. I promise you. It makes the whole experience just so much better. Bart Torgal's log. Okay. Interesting. And nothing really else of note in here. But we have 2 of Bart Torgal's logs and another Degasi voice log, which we're going to have to listen to. See if we can just kind of... Now, okay, another thing, by the way, when you're playing the Switch version, it is impossible to move your way around those things, so do be aware of that. I died like 4 times trying to get through this Degasi habitat while I was exploring this on the Switch version, because you just flat out cannot go around them. It will not let you. The hitboxes do not work the same in that game, and it's annoying. Okay, so this right here, this is magnetite, which this is one of the only places in the game where it can be found, is down here in the Jellyshroom Caves. Do keep that in mind, because magnetite is useful for a couple of very crucial things that you're going to be making later. That right there is a Stasis Rifle. Stasis Rifle. Ow! I just touched one of those things. Watch my health go down. Right here, it'll go down about 1/3 of the way if you briefly touch it, but then you can see my health start to go back up. So that's how the damage on those things works. But anyway, Stasis Rifle is not a damage-based weapon. It is a weapon that freezes something in place for a small amount of time, and that's it. It's basically just for holding something at bay while you make your escape. But it will work on basically any creature in the game, so it is one of the best weapons to have if you're going to be dealing with really big, scary creatures face to face. Okay, let's talk about the other things we can get down here. So you can get shell outcrops, which we definitely want. You can get these guys, which these are called Oculuses. Oculuses actually are even better than Reginald's for the thing that we're going to be talking about a little bit later when I actually get around to getting it. But if you have the possibility and the chance of doing it, grab 16 of these as opposed to 16 Reginald's. And it'll all make sense a little bit later, but the Reginald's are still going to get the job done well enough, so I'm not going to beat myself up over it too much. But Oculuses are incredibly good for one specific purpose in this game, and that is something to keep in mind. Now then, let's keep searching around. I'm mostly just looking for shell outcrops. I don't want too much magnetite. It's not like the most pressing thing in the world, but we do need to watch out for the crab snakes that are floating around and hiding. In fact, you can see them kind of swooping around. Like, there they go. That one just went right into the shroom off in the distance. Yeah, stay away from those guys. Probably should have my sea glide for this, which would make only a ton of sense for maneuvering around, especially since it's at full power. Grab a couple more of those. Oh gosh. Oh, I don't like that sound. I really don't like that sound. Is he coming after me? Yes, he is. Okay, well, I'm going to keep away from him. They do like to make a lot of noises, which is not the most fun thing to deal with. Now, this place actually does go deeper than 300 meters, so do keep that in mind. It doesn't go a lot deeper, but it's still enough to damage your sea moth, so be aware of that when you're moving around in here. These little areas, where these little pockets where there's no shrooms around, are actually the best places to find shale outcrops. So if you can find those, that's always a plus. Got more Oculuses floating around. I could go around and fish for all these, but I have all the Reginald's I'll ever need, so I think I will be fine for what's to come. Let's see. Nope, just more magnetites. All right, well, let's get back to our sea moth then. We're going to keep venturing around. My goal here is to fully fill up my inventory with stuff, with all the stuff down here from shell outcrops. So diamonds, gold, lithium, things like that. I do need to go collect more sandstone. I'll do that a little bit later. Oh, here we go. This is a little gold mine of shell outcrops. Now, the good thing is these crab snakes aren't really going to mess with your... they're not going to really mess with your sea moth all that much, so you don't have to worry about them too much in that regard. Where? There you are. Can't freaking see you. I'm actually going to scan this because I haven't done that yet. Perfect. Okay, that's more magnetite. How much magnetite do I have? I think like 8 would be ideal before we leave this place. So let's grab these last 3, and then we'll call it on those. Okay. Rest will just be shale outcrops. And then we got to get out of here, which is actually one of the hardest parts of maneuvering around this place. Sorry, those frickin' crab snakes do scare me a bit. They can be very annoying because they just jump out without any warning, and then they can book it at you pretty quickly, actually. Let's go on over here. Oh, this is like prime shale outcrop location. Here we go. The only light you really have down here is from the shrooms and your flashlight and the sea moth, and not anything else, so also keep that in mind. There's also a lot of like big deposits down here you can mine, which we'll get into how these work later, but that is the best way of collecting resources in the future. Okay, more shell outcrops. There we go. Almost got everything I need. And then once we get out of here, we'll call this an episode. And we'll head to that wreckage over in the mushroom forest in the next one, I think. So, holy Oculuses! Oh, and then they all scattered. That was a ton of them. Man, it's like really tempting now to go after all of them. But the originals aren't that much worse. I think it's going to be fine. I think I'm just stressing myself out about it too much. Give me the gold. Okay, how are we doing? We still have quite a bit of space, actually. Got my sea glide at the ready in case I need to book it back to my sea moth. Just continue to keep an eye out. So much magnetite too. My goodness. This is the place to get it if you need it. Although, as long as you grab a fair bit while you're down here, you shouldn't need it. All right, I'm 162 meters away. Let's go back. Because trying to get out of here in time or anything like that is super inadvisable. Just bring your sea moth down here. Don't ever try to just solo it with your sea glide. Even if you do get the ultra high capacity tank, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. This area is too closed off, too hard to get out of, in and out of, and yeah, it's also pretty disorienting too. So see down here where we got a little bit of smoke billowing out, those are actually lava vents, thermal vents. Those are actually prime locations to find a lot of things. Like, look at the number of Oculuses. There's, like... Okay, seriously? I just grabbed, like... How many did I grab? 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 of them. Like, my gosh, that's just ridiculous. It's honestly insane. Okay, well, I'm going to let them all go. I didn't let any of my stalker teeth go, did I? Okay, I didn't. We're good. Yeah, there's so many of them. Okay, yeah. Stop tempting me. Stop it. I will not give in. Just stocking up on diamond and lithium and the like. Can never have enough of those two things. Or gold, for that matter. Because gold is necessary for computer chips, and you're going to be making a lot of those in the game. As well as advanced wiring kits. Oh, there goes my battery. Okay, that's fine. How am I? Okay, I got 6 more. So all we need is 6. And then we'll head back and call this an episode. Whoa, okay. Was there one directly above me? Yikes. Okay, that's a little close. That's a little close. Ah, jeez. Okay. Okay. Oh, my gosh. That scared the actual piss out of me. Oh. Woo. Yep. That's what I'm talking about right there. That did not feel good. It doesn't do too much damage, though. Like, what did that do? 30 of my health? Frick. He snuck up on me without, like, any... I clicked the stick in while I did that, so I got a nice screenshot of that. That's fun. Yeah, the right stick is how you take screenshots in this game if you're playing on controller. That was very unfortunate. Jeez, he scared the crap out of me. Like, there was just no warning. Okay, I think he's chasing me again, but this time I have a sea glide, so I'm not as worried. Get back into my sea moth. Make sure you don't accidentally access your upgrades as opposed to entering it. We're going to continue to head on over here. Okay, this place is big, man. It's big. And ooh, we got more habitat around here. Let's have a look inside. Is there any more PDAs, maybe? Anything at all? Nope, but there is a container which has a first aid kit in it, which I guess I can just use that right away. Okay. Did you just attack my sea moth? Oh, he is attacking my sea moth. Stop it! You piece of crap. Ah, no. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. That almost blew up. Okay, I didn't know they did that much freaking damage to it. Holy cow. That was really bad. Wow. They don't usually do that. They typically leave that thing alone, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, well, I'm going to repair you before we go any further. Jeez, he did a lot of damage. I'm glad I caught him. Holy crap, I have never been given so much crap by the crab snakes in here. They are mean today. Ay. Alright, well, I'm going to grab that lithium. And then a diamond, and just a couple more, and then we'll be out of here. Holy jeez. That was a lot of damage really fast, too. He knocked that thing down from, I think he did like 60% of its health in that short span of time. He just kept taking bites out of it. Okay, is there any more? Here we go. Okay, that'll do. Let's get out of here before this place tries to kill me. Wait, hold on. Is that a PDA? That's a PDA.
Location uploaded to PDA.
Environment log. Paul Torgel requested cross-referencing of local environment scans with ideal habitat construction conditions displaying results. So basically him just talking about another habitat? Maybe? Really? Yes, another proposed Degasi habitat. 250 meters down, 680 meters away. Well, that is good to know. We're going to have to go after that a little bit later. I was wondering what happened to them. We're going to still haven't checked their logs, but we'll have to do that probably in the next episode because I think we've had our fill on this one. Guys, I'm going to head on out of here. I'm going to climb our way out. Right up through this way. There we go. Okay, we got to be... Oh, this is tight. This is tight. Hold on. Come on. Just... Ah! Dude, I knew I was going to hit something. Probably not the best place to take your Seamoth out, but we did it. We got out of there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of a Let's Play Subnautica. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much. In the next episode, we are going to read into these Degasi logs and figure out where the heck they went to next. We're also going to work on upgrading a bunch of things as well as venturing out back to the mushroom forest and taking a look at that wreckage and seeing what we can find within. We are slowly building towards eventually being able to get our prawn suit going, which that is going to be a huge difference maker once we get to that part. But we have a lot to do in the meantime. So thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.